Hello friends and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out Pause Ahead by developer ASCIIsoft. This is the same developer that actually did another game you might be familiar with called Tower of Heaven. I actually did a video on it like over a year ago. It's a pretty hardcore, puzzle-ish kind of platform, mostly platform, but it had some logic elements to it. And I think this actually follows suit with a lot of the same thematic elements, but in a totally different way with a very interesting premise. And the premise is we need to get through all sorts of devious traps and saw blades and spikes and all kinds of craziness, and the only thing we have in our defense is we can stop time, or I should say pause the game in a very meta way, which will actually cause the character to continue whatever trajectory they were on when you pause the game, sort of like a glitch that we're taking advantage of, and we have to figure out the best way to manipulate that to our advantage. So I've played about 15 minutes or so of this to get a handle on it. It's a pretty hard game, I have to say, but very, very impressive. And for a game that I hadn't really ever heard of until just the other day, I think definitely worth a look. Totally free web game, and before we get started, well, are there any options to see? There's just this achievements area, and then there's there's also a sound test area. So we can get a bunch of achievements, fail to grasp the core concept of pausing, let a special saw kill you before it disappears. This is a hidden achievement. Unlock all music in the sound test. Excellent, excellent music, by the way, if you couldn't tell already. Yeah, I'm talking over it all, but you're going to want to go listen to this. I actually had it idling and looping on the intro music for like a solid 10 minutes while I was doing other things before I started recording, so I didn't regret it at all, so definitely worth a look, and the pixel art actually quite nice as well. There is one thing that I'm going to change when we start the game, and I'm not sure I can do it from here, but I want to get rid of this overlay screen. Can I hit escape? No, I can't. So let's start it up. Yeah, this will overwrite my previous game. That's fine. Alright, so here we go. Fresh game. Press space or down to continue. I awake in a dark place. The number 00 is branded on my palm. My thoughts are not on how I arrived, but how I escape. Perhaps pressing up or space to jump and pressing down or space at the door. Seems like a good start. So there's some little nice details that you might notice here. The character's got a really nice sense of momentum, and then the flowers actually sway a little bit. There's some nice particles and such, but there's also a timer, so I can't really, dawdle for too long. And then we actually get a little replay at the end to take us back through what we just did. The overlay I mentioned is like this staticky television style thing that's going on, and I kind of want to get rid of that, not because I think it's bad, but because it just makes it a little harder to see what we're doing, and it also makes the rendering much larger file because of all the pixels that are going to be stuck in place. Okay, so the character says, well, that didn't help much. Looking at the sheer drop, I realize at least I won't come this way again. Alright, so I mean, nice details. Oh, and I can actually use the pause convention already. I didn't know that. I thought I had to like unlock that. But like, so nice details between the tiles on the ground, the background. There's these little bits of foliage. The way the character jumps and leaves the air behind. All of those things, the cracks and everything, it looks really nice to me. I feel a rush of deja vu. Not of memories, but of past lives, most of which did not last long. Alright, so this is where, well, I still wouldn't normally know about the pause convention, so I would just try to carefully jump over all of this stuff, but in essence I should be able to just kind of skip over this whole level if I knew what I was doing. Maybe, if I was skillful enough. And that's the thing, I'm not that skillful at this, so I'm going to hit a point where I am not going to be particularly good, and then we're going to see how that goes. So let's still approach this like we don't know what we're doing yet, and we'll let these thwomps take their actions, and then I will jump past them, and then we've got this little conundrum over here. We're going to have to jump under these guys. Alright, no big deal. So right now, watching the replay at the end of each level, not really that interesting, not a whole lot going on. But trust me, this gets Super Meat Boy levels of chaotic later on, so you're going to want to probably see what happens, and I'm sure I will show you some of that. Bridging this gap will require some rest. Press Shift or C to pause at any time, and I have to say, it's a little awkward sort of how this works. I tried mapping it to a controller, it really wasn't all that much better, but you have to figure out like the exact right moment to press the pause key that will actually lead you to going to where you're trying to go to, and essentially you got to find the right frame and the right momentum to be able to actually enact whatever it is that's going on in your head. So chances are, since I've done this once before, I'm probably going to be able to rush through this part, which, well, may or may not happen, we'll see. But that is going to give you a false sense of that this is actually, like, more easy than it actually is, because it is pretty challenging. Time and space in this place are an illusion. Perhaps matter can be conquered as well. Alright, I think that's probably the case. So if I jumped right now and I hit pause, I could actually float up infinitely, but since I'm colliding with those spike tiles right now, when I unpause, I am as good as dead, so that is not a thing. And I explode into a huge explosion for some reason, so I like that, though. Alright, so we're going to try going to the right, and we're just going to sort of do a little mini hop and then pause, and then as soon as I let this go, a thwomp's going to fall on my head, so I got to jump again, and then pause again. Ready? Here we go. There we go, and then when I let go of pause, I should be able to hopefully move to the right with a little bit of air control. I did, but then I immediately jumped again, which was not exactly my intention, but I will just get over this saw and then make sure we're good to go. Alright, so that was a thing that probably should have taken a bunch of tries. This time it didn't. Oh, and your character actually goes invisible when you pause. I didn't realize that. That actually makes a lot of sense. I wonder if this concept was born of an accident in coding, and then they realized this is a really cool idea to make a game out of. Because if that is how it happened, then props to the developer. I think it's a great idea. Time here seems malleable, but also more scarce. I must spend it wisely. You're not wrong, as we only have 20 seconds for this level, and if I mess up and take too long, well, it's not going to be good for me. So this one was the first. This is what I would say is the sheer cliff of the difficulty wall, this particular level. This is where I got stuck for a while anyway. So thing to do when you first start out, look for geometry that makes gives you some sort of an idea of where you can be that's safe. Right now I'm noticing there is and I know how to solve this already for the most part, executing it though might be a little interesting, but there's this tile on the top before that line of thwomps, then there's another opening on the far side beyond where all the spikes are, and then there's lastly another opening on the farthest right, as well as some moving saws. So we got to take all that into account, and the first thing we need to do is jump. Oh, that's not it. Jump. Nope. Jump pause. Nope. Jump pause. There we go. Let go. Alright, now we're here. We started from the bottom, now we're here. So as soon as these saws move, I want to jump up. No. Alright, well, that's another way to do it. That's actually not how I intended to do it. I was going to toggle pause on and off once, and then try and get the momentum coming back down from the arc of the jump. See, of course, you know, as jumps go, they're sort of shaped like an upside-down U, and you got to make sure you maximize your chances to use the, you know, both sides of that parabola if possible. This commotion to block, or all this commotion to bar my path. It's quite flattering, really. Yeah, I'm not sure what I did to deserve all of this punishment. Alright, that's an instant death. I've got to actually fall before I... Oh, no, that didn't do it either. Alright, fall. There we go. There's actually a little bit of a leeway before you start to fall. Oh, no, I screwed myself there. So you got to actually turn around the other direction and go like that. Oh, I didn't pause it in time, but that might have actually worked. It's really quite good that they give you that opportunity to turn around a little bit. Nope. You gotta be real fast on the pause and unpause. This might be better, I hope. Nope. Alright, see, since I whacked myself into that wall on the left side, that actually froze me in place. There we go, that's more like it. So I've got to actually use the momentum of turning around to actually reverse that path, and this was much, much smoother than the first time I tried to traverse this level. Alright, I'm impressed you've made it this far. But my sojourn stops here. This is a game you cannot win. I beg to differ, my good text box, I guess. Right, oh, that's a tough spot. I'm gonna get killed here, yeah. I can't do much about that. So I gotta make my way through all these saws. And the music is much, much more intense in this one, and I really am enjoying it quite a bit. As soon as this turns around, let's go back up here, and then we'll phase through that saw blade. I feel like a ninja when I'm doing that. And jump. Okay, this actually should work. I just got to give it a few moments. Time is paused right now, so I don't have to worry about that. Now I've got to unpause, repause, and jump at the same time. Ready? Here we go. Nope. Oh, crap. Is that going to kill me? No, it didn't. And it starts saying weird things. If you notice, it said I killed you when I paused it that time, and I think that's part of the fun, is that things get a little wacky. So that's the first time I've beaten that level. This is uncharted territory for me. And we'll see if I can continue that streak. I might actually end the episode pretty soon just because I don't want to give away too many of the puzzles. Think for a second. Alright, probably something's about... Oh, there's a thwomp on the right, isn't there? Alright, so I want to move immediately, pause, and hopefully that should get me through that. Who is in control? Who built this world? You die upon spikes, you die when time runs dry. You die in Canada, you die in real life. You return to life time and time once again. You're playing by my rules. Okay. Oh, alright, that didn't quite work. I actually thought the thwomp could go left and right. I didn't realize that it couldn't. And I've got a whole minute on this one. A minute to win it. Now, I need to actually be on the descent, the decent, on this one. And it's not quite going to happen until... Oh, come on. Wasting a bunch of lives here. Oh, that almost worked. It looked like the thwomp actually started going for a second there. That'll work. Now, how am I going to turn around, though? There we go. Alright, so now I've got to jump and hope that I can get past this guy. Hey, I can. That's pretty convenient. Now, these guys are going to go up or down? I don't know. Alright, they're going to go down. Alright, so far so good. This is like a real test of all the things we've learned so far, which is kind of cool. That worked. Oh, it's going to really suck if I messed it. Oh, no, I messed it up. Why did I do that? I knew that was going to kill me, and I still went. When it said think for a second, I should have been listening to myself. I didn't even have to bother phasing through that guy. I could have actually just let him do his own thing and just gone that way. C'est la vie. Well, that's the end of that. But I think this game has pretty much the whole package that I look for the most part in a game. It's got great music, great visuals, a great unique premise. You know, it's not something I've necessarily seen done before. And for the most part, it controls fairly well. I mean, granted, like I said, it could be a little bit better, or at least a little bit more accessible. What I'd really like to see, if anything, is a few more levels right before that one that I said was like, this is the wall in difficulty. If we could get like 5 more levels in there somewhere, I think it probably would be just about perfect. But that's also, you know, maybe I'm a little dense at times, so it could be me as well. I'm curious to know what you guys think if you went into this one blind, if maybe you've tried this before. Why did I do that again? I knew that was the mistake, and I made it a second time. I mean, yeah, the game is legitimately hard, but, you know, now that you've seen part of the video, or most of the video anyway, you're probably going to have a little bit of an easier time understanding the conventions and how some of these objects in the scenery react, because that is part of the challenge here. Just like in Spelunky, oh, I didn't wait long enough so he'd trigger again. But just like in Spelunky, it's a little bit experiential. I mean, at first I didn't know that those thwomps would actually trigger if you're next to them like that. Now I do. Now you do. And, you know, many other things function in a similar fashion. Oh, okay, that was a little scary. Alright, trigger him. Fall. Oh, that doesn't work. I needed him to start going back up before I went and jumped in. Alright, I'll get this on my next try, hopefully. Nope. Alright, didn't kill me yet. Let's wait for him to reset. And back up. Okay. Still good. Still good. I don't know what those creepy messages are about. Alright, let's wait for him to reset again. I know I don't have a ton of time here. There we go. I keep saying it's fake. I don't know what that means. Alright, go back up. Oh, that didn't work. I didn't... I had to get the timing just right, but I went a little bit too early there. Send money. I don't know if that's the developer asking for donations, but if it is, I'm for it. Alright, reset. Alright, cool. A world record. Alright, you come back up. There we go. That's more like it. Now... Oh, geez, now what am I going to do? I gotta wait for this guy to start attacking, dropping down, and as soon as he starts to fall is when I need to jump. There we go. Got it. That was a little close. Now let's watch the replay, and maybe we'll just say this is the last level we're going to traverse, because I have a feeling it's only going to get harder, and I'm not going to get much better without some more practice anyway. So we're making our way little by little, teleporting all over the place, explosions abound. Listen to that music. So good. It's got a little bit of Mega Man in it, doesn't it? But, like, more modern? I don't know. It's a different MIDI sound. I hope you're not fooling yourself. Everything proceeds exactly as it should. You're merely a rat in a maze. Well, I kind of felt like that was the case. Keep it up, and you might even get some cheese. Well, that's good to know. Oh, did that just say pauses left? Do I get limited pauses now? No, okay. I thought the game was messing with me there. Well, it was messing with me, but I thought it was actually going to make it harder. Yeah, this is going to be a really challenging level, so I think this might be where I bring things to a close, but I definitely enjoy this game. Pause ahead, totally worth a look for you guys. If you haven't checked it out already, go do that. I probably should have urged you earlier in the video, just like stop the video and go play it before you even get too far in, but oh well, too late now. If you made it past, then now you know what it's about. But I think it's a cool concept. I hope you do as well, and I hope you go check it out. And let me know in the comments what you think about this one. If you've completed it, let me know how long it is. I'm kind of curious about that as well. I noticed an achievement that was like beat the game in under an hour or something, so I'm going to assume we're probably like halfway through it, which would seem like a pretty okay length to me, honestly. Why am I not using my stopping ability anymore? I've just stopped doing that entirely. But yeah, I definitely urge you guys. I think you're going to enjoy this one a whole bunch. Oh my god, there's a creepy face in the wall there. Hey, I might actually make it out of this one alive. Maybe. No, well, I did. Okay, lucky me. So another level down. Don't worry, I've no doubt that you'll reach the end. As long as there is hope, you won't give up. That's why you made it this far, isn't it? Alright, well, yeah, okay, so with that, we will bring things to a close. I probably could beat this one, actually. This doesn't seem like the hardest level compared to some of the others. Maybe. Oh, actually, how am I supposed to do that? Oh, that's gonna crush me instantly, isn't it? Alright, so yeah, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you, everybody, for watching. As always, remember to check out the game in the description. Link's gonna be right there, totally free to play. Browser game, you don't even have to download anything. It's playable right through the Adult Swim Games site. So go check it out. I've also got all my social media links in the description, so if you want to check out stuff like my Facebook page or my Twitch page or my Twitter perhaps, so you can catch up on what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. I'm not actually sure how I'm supposed to do this. I take it back that this was an easy level. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, go check out that information. Oh, that's how I do it. I gotta launch myself diagonally and land in front of the spikes, and then I can fall down and have a little safe moment there. But yeah, check out that other stuff in my description. If you're, looking for more games as well, feel free to check out indie-impressions.com, where I've got over 500 other games that I've done videos on at this point. Hey, I figured it out. Yeah, oh, explosions all over the place. So yeah, go browse them. They're all sorted categorized. That's what I meant. You must expect a reward at the end of this journey. That face is horrifying, by the way. And I don't really want to fight him anymore. So yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Go check out the site. Let me know stuff in the comments. Leave some support if you like. If you're enjoying the series, of course, let me know that as well. Any likes are always appreciated if you enjoyed the episode. And hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow. New episodes are every single day. So I'll catch you then, and I hope you have a lovely night. Later.